Thank you, Dr. Mohan, for joining in. Your panel was on mental health. Today, everybody, including us, were exposed to information and content all across. And the worrying part is for students who can, as young as 5 years, 10 years, maybe younger than that, maybe a month old, there is no check what he or she is consuming. This is an alarming state. Today we are seeing many incidents around mental health and also a lot of other problems related to it, right? What is your view on how technology is kind of being an enabler? Of course it is, but what are some of the other hampering states, or let's say some of the challenges that it might be creating for students as early as a 5 year old?
So challenges that the technology is going to hamper is, of course, the addiction. That's something which has to be really stopped totally. Because a 5-year-old, until unless is not given a mobile or a TV or an iPad or in his or her hand, I don't think the child will get addicted. It's the parents who have to be the role models to ensure it that their screen time is not there when they are with their child. And that only can lead to the ill effects of the screening on the child's health, starting from the eyesight to the mental, and the content the child might be watching is something which is just uncontrollable. Who's supposed to be held responsible? Parents. You can't put the country or the government to say that the content should be totally debarred, like some countries have banned social media for students of a certain age. But there are certain things for which, as the child is growing, they might need it. Research base, you need the social contents, social media. But for a small child, definitely there are 1001 ways to let the child out of the screen time. Reading a book, playing a game, playing a blog game. And that is something which is so beautiful, to go out with gardening with the child, to go out for a nature walk with the child, or even go to a mall. Let the child eat and learn the social etiquettes. Let the social quotient, the emotional quotient of the child develop. If the child is conversing, having an eye contact with you, what else do you want? You don't want the screen, you want your eyes, beautiful eyes of your child looking at you and asking for your time.
Now I understand that people of our age and our exposure can understand what's happening around the world, right? You in your role get to meet a lot of parents, a lot of learners, a lot of teachers, a lot of mentors. Now, I heard a lot of words like resilience, like gratitude on the panel. Now, this will be a lot difficult for a 5 year old to unfold. What does it mean? How will it practically help him or her? What can be some of the actionable strategies to help students grow better, develop their cognitive abilities better? Somewhere or the other, the part of the responsibility lies on the teacher as well. How are you grooming your teachers in a way better?
So, my teachers, when they are with the 5-year-old ones, we are only talking about the 5-year-old ones, or we are talking about the children of the higher
So
level?
K-12.
Okay, up till from 5 to K-12 years, the teacher has to be, as actually all teachers are now, with their own knowledge in the workshops that the National Education Policy has instilled in all of us, the exposure that the teachers have got, how to be more empathetic. That's very, very important. And there are so many ways to be able to build up. You don't need to teach the child resilience. You don't need to. You take a child for a game. The child doesn't win the game. Stand up, go back again, race it again, throw the ball again. This is what resilience is all about. It's not that the child sulk about it. Oh, my mom will say I'm not a basketball player. Doesn't matter. These are the collaborative and the corroborative teaching that happens in the school is the work of the teachers, which is to be reinstated at home also. Helping the child to lay down the table for you. Helping the child to say small words like thank you, please, welcome, or smile. This has to be done both by the teachers and the parents. These are small things. Child doesn't need to be taught about certain big words. It's day-to-day work of a child. Now, if a child feels very good in drawing, which you can't make a head or tail of it, you don't have to praise the child unnecessarily. Ask the child, are you happy with it, what you've seen it? Let the child take the accountability at that age. Now, if a child is putting a mud in their mouth, if you don't do it, it's dirty, let the child taste it. The child will spit it out. That is what all emotions are all about. That's it.
So, I mean, with this, I can understand that there is a need to go back to the drawing board, right? And today we are standing in the national capital. I understand, and you would also might agree that there is not of a same level of exposure to the teachers or the set of the students in the deeper regions of the country. What's happening there is totally different to what's happening in a metro city, right? Now, where are we lacking? What is required to be done? Or from a leadership perspective, from a body's perspective, you as a leader, what do you think? What can be some of the actionable strategies that needs to bring out to be able to apply it all across the board?
So this is a beautiful thing. You need not have exchange programs only with the international schools. Why can't we have it with the regions from inside who are not in the A cities? Why not expose them to what is happening in our schools and go back there and take our system there to them? And it has helped. See, the community outreach program does not even say only to taking children to for blind school or mentally retarded people who are mentally challenged, sorry, not retarded, challenged people that they need to understand and develop it. It's here in these smaller cities when children go interact. And when the NGOs are coming up and when NGOs along with us take up these steps to be building up the social empathy for the students. And that's how the teachers there, when we hold workshops, we call all these teachers also. We make it a point our teachers go and take workshops for them. And that is how they learn what is happening here, what else can they incorporate. But being in a smaller place does not mean that they're not aware of anything. With the old social media content, everything is available everywhere. You don't need workshops, you don't need anything. But hand-to-hand on activities, talking to the children is concerned, that makes a difference. Like the Atal Tinkering Lab, there's been grant that has been given by our ministry. Now, some schools have it, some schools don't have it. So we do make an effort. Our students call the schools who do not have it. Give them that exposure. They go back home and they talk into their own village that they did this. So it's just a small chain that is built up. It'll take time, but it'll make a difference.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mohan, for making time for this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.